Hidden Threads of Power, a comparative essay on the Sabbateans, Rothschilds, and Sassoons. Introduction. Throughout history, certain families and sects have risen to immense influence through a combination of strategic adaptation, financial acumen, and concealed identity. Among them, the Sabbateans, the Rothschilds, and the Sassoons represent three pillars of Jewish elite legacy: the mystical, the financial, and the commercial. Although emerging from different historical and geographic contexts, these groups share remarkable similarities in strategy, worldview, and survival. This essay explores their origins, common traits, connections, and enduring impact on global power structures. Origins and historical contexts. The Sabbateans, followers of the 17th century mystic Sabbatai Zevi, originated within the Ottoman Empire. After Zevi's forced conversion to Islam in 1666, many of his followers outwardly adopted Islam while secretly maintaining a messianic Jewish faith. This crypto sect became known as the Donma and operated in cities like Izmir, Salonika, and Istanbul. The Rothschilds emerged in 18th century Frankfurt. Led by Mayor Amschel Rothschild, they built a pan-European banking empire with branches in London, Paris, Vienna, Naples, and Frankfurt. By financing kings, wars, and infrastructure, the Rothschilds embedded themselves deeply into European power. The Sassoons, originally Baghdadi Jews, rose to prominence in the 19th century through the opium trade, textiles, and banking under the protection of the British Empire. Relocating from Iraq to India and then to China and England, they became known as the Rothschilds of the East. 2. Shared strategies and similarities. Crypto identity and strategic assimilation. The Sabbateans practiced religious disguise, converting to Islam while preserving Jewish mystical beliefs in secret. The Rothschilds and Sassoons publicly embraced the host cultures, British, French, etc., but maintained Jewish endogamy and communal identity. All three used identity concealment or adaptation as a defensive mechanism and as a path to elite integration. Endogamy and family networks. All three maintained tight family control, often marrying within to preserve wealth and secrecy. These networks allowed them to operate across continents while ensuring trust and loyalty. Economic mastery. The Sabbateans rose in Ottoman commerce, tax farming, and diplomacy. The Rothschilds dominated European finance. The Sassoons controlled the lucrative opium, cotton, and banking trades in Asia. Each group gained influence by controlling key sectors of economic life, acting as intermediaries between empires and markets. Influence behind the scenes. Sabbateans allegedly infiltrated the secular elite of the early Turkish Republic. Rothschilds financed governments, shaped central banking, and influenced diplomacy. Sassoons worked closely with British colonial powers, especially in Shanghai, Bombay, and Hong Kong. 3. Connections between the families and sects. While no direct bloodline connects the Rothschilds, Sassoons, and Sabbateans, their ideological and operational patterns reveal functional kinship. There were intermarriages and alliances between elite Jewish families like the Rothschilds, Montefiore's, and Sassoons. All three groups operated transnationally, with access to imperial patronage, Ottoman for Sabbateans, British for Rothschilds, and Sassoons. They were embedded in the broader Jewish mercantile network, which transcended borders and governments. 4. Messianism, survival, and power. The Sabbateans viewed conversion and concealment as divine strategy. The Rothschilds and Sassoons, while secular in behavior, also practiced survivalist pragmatism rooted in Jewish historical experience. All three illustrate how marginalized minorities, through adaptation and mastery of elite tools, finance, trade, diplomacy, could not only survive but dominate. Conclusion. The Sabbateans, Rothschilds, and Sassoons represent a triad of hidden power in modern history. Though different in origin and focus, mystical, financial, and commercial, they shared a deep understanding of identity as strategy, network as power, and adaptation as survival. In a world shaped by empires, wars, and revolutions, these families and sects navigated chaos not by brute force, but by mastering the art of invisibility, loyalty, and influence. Their legacies continue to shape institutions, economies, and elite structures in ways few understand, and fewer dare to name.